in BC, we have this really invasive species that comes here in spring. We have these road closures to help take care of the species. There are these really bright orange plants. Pop out in spring. You always know as soon as this invasive species shows up, they pop out in spring. They're always located anywhere near bad roads and new road projects. Apparently the soil is good there. There's a big flower blooming right there. See some more flowers blooming on the other side. Very invasive. We pay taxes to the government to get them to repair the roads so that there's no soil for these invasive plants to grow on. A lot of men and women out there working to eradicate the species, but come back every year. Jess is going, what the heck is he smoking?
I think that's listening to the audio book.
We're Highway 3A northbound. North of Castlegar. Headed to intersection of Highway 6 here. Oh, there's loose gravel on the shoulder here as well. Oh, there's another flower blooming there. The men and women are working hard to try to get rid of those flowers. It's hard work. So we're headed to Silverton. Unloaded the first trailer in Castlegar, 9 a.m. We got to Silverton probably 11:15, 11:30. Depends how many of these invasive plant removal programs are out here, so we'll see. It slows us down, but it slows us down in the spring and summer. But it's a job that has to be done. No one knows where the plant came from. It's definitely not home here. It's not native to British Columbia. Hot out. Plus 15, well, not hot, but it's warm. Plus 15 Celsius. Air code has popped up on my dash. Air 25. It'll be transmission related. Don't know what the air means, but everything feels and acts like normal, so keep an eye on it. I could Google it and see what it means, but Spokane, New Denver, and the cusp. We're not going all the way to New Denver. Almost to New Denver, but
Turn
not quite.
left at the traffic light.
Oh, looks like there's a Sitka truck that just finished tarping here. KIW. $15.33. Almost like I recognize that truck.
Continue on Highway 6.
No, I've never driven that truck, but
It literally means no codes.
25 means no code. So the air code means there's no air code. Maybe when I turned the engine off there at that Invasive Species, I accidentally coded or looked for codes. Because if you hit the key combination right, it pops up with.
That's probably what he did.
Because I moved the key a couple times because I'm like, is that lying out? I'm like, should I turn the engine off? Okay, I'll turn the engine off, and then I turn the key a couple times. I probably initiated a code check, so there's probably nothing wrong. Makes sense. $50 ahead. Honey for sale. Actually looks really good. Uses like mason jars, canning jars.
Until it gets to vinegar or whatever, so order it together.
Yeah, good point. If we knew we were not going to the US for the rest of the week, I would definitely pull over and buy some. Crescent Valley Community Hall. Looks like it used to be a school. Frog Peak Cafe. Looked busy, so. I usually drive this section of highway in the dark, going to Silverton. Since I'm running a little behind, that's not happening. I'm really hoping we can get this load unloaded and get to our loading spot before they call it a day. It's a 50, I'd say 50-50 chance we're not going to get it loaded today. But that happens with when you run in Seattle and Vancouver, there's so much traffic, you get delayed by 2 or 3 hours just from traffic. And then loading in Vancouver can sometimes take a long time too. It did yesterday, it took a long time to load. But I got some good sleep last night. We stopped for exactly 8 hours. paying enough attention. I went to 70. I think it's 90. I think it's at 90. Is too many signs. There are so many billboards, so many signs that your brain starts ignoring them because there's so many useless information signs. They should remove all advertisements along the road.
That sign only the cold pilot signs. You're not looking at them.
And because you're ignoring all these useless signs, I mean, they all have a use. Even the big billboards, they have a use. There's a reason for them, but it makes you start not seeing them anymore. So I think like a white sign should only be a road sign. No other sign should be allowed to be a white sign. So that way you know only the white signs are the important ones. Did I say I was enjoying my dill pickle chips? Dill pickle potato chips? So good. So good. I feel like Superman driving here now with only half the load on.
Ready?
Because the whole back trailer was unloaded in Castlegar and the whole front trailer is going to Silverton. Most places that load you try very hard to separate everything like that, making your life easier. I always like driving this road. The further down the road you get, the narrower the roads get, and the more beautiful it gets. Cool if we got sent north. Every now and then we do get sent north on here. Get a load up there, but it's very rare. Hasn't happened this year yet. I think last year it only happened twice. Ah, the sign said 90. Okay, good. Go with your instinct. Empty Super Bee coming this way. Interesting. I guess I'll be doing the same thing once I've unloaded at Silverton. Maybe he's headed to Klesnikov. Highway 6 is actually a really good shortcut from Castlegar to Vernon. You have to take the ferry. But if you got some off-duty time anyway, you can save yourself some time taking this highway to Vernon. Although I think the ferries have weight restrictions right now. Because I see all the chip trucks running Highway 3 right now, so. So I think you'd still get over a ferry with a semi right now, but I think they only allow one semi on or something like that. I could be wrong. If we were headed that way, I would definitely research it before heading that way. What a beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. I'm definitely feeling less, I don't know, less drained. I feel more energized today. Why is that funny?
It's not
Zap
zap
me? No tickling allowed. Valhalla.
Like my chair just broke.
Did sound like your chair just broke. Isn't Valhalla heaven in some culture or something? Is that like a Norseman thing? I think so. I don't know. Driving this all day is so much better than driving in traffic. So much better. Yeah, if anybody ever wants to go for a beautiful motorcycle ride, I'd say do the loop. Take Highway 6 and do a loop around that way. Go through Vernon. A beautiful day of riding. It'll be a pretty long ride, but maybe you'd want to split that into 2 days, but it would definitely be a beautiful ride. Looking pretty full. Not like raging and near overflowing yet, but it's looking full. All these rains must have helped it. Yeah, there's still some snowpack left up there, yeah. Sleep at night? Good to know. Yeah, I'm surprised we got no email or dispatch, nothing about safety meeting today, so it might not happen. Supposed to happen in half an hour from now. That's usually what happens, but I don't think we'll have cell service in half an hour from now, but you never know. Can't remember if Silverton has cell service or not. Hey, cruise control for a little bit. Modular home's new there. Looks like an old home that's moved there. It's a really old home. Someone moving there? Or temporary housing while they build a house? I don't know. Another pullout. Not so convenient. There's mailboxes in there, so not be a great place to sleep. turkeys. Wild turkeys. Just 2 of them. I'm sure they would be quite the thump if you hit them. Here in BC, we do have a lot of wild turkeys. Especially Kootenays, southern Kootenays. A lot of wild turkeys. Heard the radio come on, and some truck driver just in complete shock that he goes, "You wouldn't believe what I just saw. I just saw some turkeys running across the highway." It's like, yeah, you're not local. You're not from around here. They're just like deer, they're everywhere. What is this, Winlaw? I think we're approaching Winlaw. Oh, right there, Winlaw. Sleep is for sissies. What a store name. Apparently they sell food. I don't know what exactly it says food, so. Sleep is for sissies. Certainly gets your attention. I want to know what they sell. Oh boy. Old motel sign. It still said VCR. Part of the incentive package of coming and sleeping in our hotel or motel. We've got VCRs. I still see the signs every now and then say color TV. Find it really bizarre, all the way from Castlegar up this whole valley. Side street names are so weird. Start like Klesnikov. Off. Here's Katasanov. Katasanov. Everything ends with off. Or not everything, but a lot of roads and locations end with off. O-F-F. I don't know why. Huh?
Russian names.
It might be like a Russian name or off. What does off mean? I wonder if it means like yard or, you know, land plot. Might mean something like that. Like some places everything is called field. Because a lot of German names are like Blumenfeld, flower field, you know, or Highfield, Hofeld. There's lots of places where every village, every town is called something field. I don't know, Russian, Polish, something, I don't know. I'm thinking OFF probably means yard or something. I know the one is just F off. don't know exactly where, but I remember reading that one. I'm like, probably when these streets were named, that probably was not a cuss word yet. So I just find it interesting. There's got to be some history to it because so many of the roads end with off. You need your own memo book? You can have this one and I'll take the new one. I don't know where the offs start. Do they? I know they go all the way to Winlaw. They start just north of Castlegar. They start. Oh, here's another one coming on the left-hand side. Caitlin off. Caitlin Nick. Caitlin Nick off. Caitlin Nick off. Should be a next road on the left-hand side will be Caitlin Nick off. Right there, that green sign, right there. Caitlin Nick. I can't even say it again. I said it too often. Next road on the right-hand side. Right here, Kimoff. And a lot of them are Nikoff. Klesnikoff, that one was Nikoff. So Nikoff probably means something as well. I don't know. I should have started reading the offs as soon as we started recording. There have been a lot of offs. Yikes. Car started passing me, going, the road's clear, and then that pickup pulled on. The car beside me had to slam on the brakes to go behind me, and it's like, sketchy. The car was safely passing me. It was a safe passing zone. It was good to go. They saw a clear road, so